The show's current format was introduced in 2002 with the original hosts Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and Jason Dahl, with Andy Willman as the producer. Top Gear is so popular that other auto-themed reality TV shows are rumored to be modeled after it. Jeremy is a journalist, TV personality, and writer who specializes in cars. He writes for The Sun and Sunday Times while hosting the popular ITV show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The Top Gear trio has a knack for ruffling feathers and causing controversies, even unintentionally. In 2015, Jeremy and the BBC parted ways. Escape Problems lets go into what happened to Jeremy Clarkson. It's a clever spot to break down this. Why is that? Well, because there's a tiny path that Hammond and I can go around, so off you go. Leave it. Do not touch it. Do not attempt to help go away. Jeremy Charles Robert Clarkson was born on April 11, 1960 in Doncaster, Yorkshire. His parents, Edward, a salesman, and Shirley, a teacher, ran a small tea business that barely made ends meet. But fortune smiled when they created Paddington Bears for their two children, Jeremy and Johanna, on their birthdays. The bears garnered public attention. Jeremy learned so much at Shropshire Star that his final piece at Top Gear in 2015 was more of a compliment to the company. He started with little Peugeots and Fiats and worked his way up to 4 Granadas and Rovers until, after 7 years, he was allowed to drive an Aston Martin Lagonda. It took 10 years before he drove his first Lamborghini. In 1988, Jeremy became a popular Top Gear presenter thanks to his experience. Jeremy began appearing regularly on British television in the mid-1990s, presenting his programs and appearing as a guest. His supporters may be right. Jeremy may have invented reality TV in 1998. Jeremy presented the first Robot War series and his chat show from 1988 to 2000. Clarkson had his first TV gig as a presenter on Top Gear after being recommended by Top Gear researcher John Bentley. His brilliant show performances after becoming the show's producer, John promised to extend his contract and discussed employing Jeremy and the show's success. Executives loved him. He was a passionate driving writer who could make vehicles on telefon. He was opinionated and irreverent, not respectful. Face the fact that he looked and sounded like a 20-something ex-public school boy didn't matter, nor did the impression that he was a school bully. He knew he was the man for the job. Clarkson stood out because he was funny. Even my bosses allowed the odd hitter. While Jeremy is a good host, his attitude on air causes a spark, and most times he implicates his bosses, who have to keep apologizing to the public. In 2004, Jeremy Clarkson fought with the TV personality. Jeremy punched Piers Morgan in his wife's defense and was escorted out by security during a BBC Press Award ceremony. Jeremy and his Top Gear co-hosts were also involved in the major outrage following insulting comments made during the show's news segment discussing the Mastrada sports car. This act also sparked online indignation, and many fans wondered why Jeremy loves making headlines every week in his final season. Jeremy was cleared of causing the Patagonia special controversy, which led the production team to quit Argentina. Jeremy also accepts responsibility for the incident and will pay the price in solidarity with Hammond and other show staff members. Jeremy and his team, who left the BBC to start Amazon's hit car show The Grand Tour, trusted Jeremy to give his all to please the audience. After a remarkable success with the show, the trio released other shows with Amazon, including James May's Our Man in Japan and Haley, O'Cook, and Clarkson's Farm. Everything was going well until Jeremy's latest controversy, which could cost, although Jeremy apologizes for the Sun's previous column. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry didn't like it. No decision has been made, but the best bet is that Jeremy will be heading home soon.